Phil, you're never gonna believe this. When I was looking at the photos from yesterday's kindergarten graduation ceremony, I started crying again.
Again, seriously? Didn't you cry enough yesterday? You spent practically the whole day sobbing?
Oh, can you blame me? The kids were all so amazing. Not to mention the star of the show, our daughter Esme. I was so overcome with emotion I could barely contain myself. Oh, she grew up so fast. When I think about how she won't carry on being my little girl forever, and her flying the nest one day to start a life of her own, I'm filled with this strange mixture of pride and loneliness.
I know exactly how you feel. It's been one heck of a ride ever since she was born. She really put us through our paces.
You can say that again. She was born prematurely and weighed so much less than most babies, the doctors were worried she might not make it. Even afterwards, when things stabilized, she was still in and out of hospital for testing and checkups all the time. Not only that, but she was also slower to develop than most other kids. All of it flashed before my eyes while she was up there on the stage for the ceremony, and I was just so overwhelmed by what a wonderful little miracle our little girl is. Our Esme.
She's special, that's for sure. We're blessed to have her. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw how tiny she was when I first saw her. I didn't even know it was possible for a human being to be that small. I was worried that she might grow up to have problems and lag behind the other kids.
You and me both. And let's not forget she did learn to walk a little later than most. But now, far from being behind, she's surging ahead of the crowd like nothing anyone could have imagined. Can you remember how astonished we were when she won the track and field event at the last sports day? I could have fainted. She's not just physically gifted either. She's witty, clever, and can talk with the best of them. Her growth has been unbelievable.
No kidding. She can be a little cheeky sometimes. But hey, I guess no one's perfect.
Can you believe she'll be in elementary school soon? Oh, where does the time go?
Isn't it nuts? Before long, she'll be walking to school on her own. Think about it. Our little Esme making her own way to school. I'm so glad we kept fighting for her and persevered to give her the upbringing she deserves, even when times are tough.
You and me both, honey.
We did good.
Next up, elementary school. You know, there are going to be so many more events for us to go to than there were at kindergarten. Oh, I just can't wait to watch our little star in action.
I hope she enjoys her new life when she moves up. Hopefully, she doesn't have to deal with any weird teachers or anything.
Oh, I don't think we need to worry about that. The school we're sending her to has a fantastic reputation, one of the best in the state even. Apparently, when the new principal stepped up 5 years ago, he made all sorts of groundbreaking reforms that made waves in the local media. From what I could tell, all of the teachers are great people, and they really know their stuff. According to my sources, excluding one small group, most of the other parents come from good backgrounds and have good jobs and live in nice parts of town.
Excluding one small group, what does that mean?
Someone mentioned an issue with a small group of toxic parents getting involved in a petty squabble over an affair. Someone stole someone's man or something. To be honest, it was pretty vague. I wouldn't worry too much about it. There are all kinds of parents out there, though, so it wouldn't exactly be strange if it was true, but even so, it's not our problem.
Sounds like something out of a soap opera. Where exactly did you hear all this stuff?
From my top secret spy network of fellow moms, of course.
Ah, the legendary secret mommy spy network. The ultimate intelligence community, so formidable they make the CIA quake in their boots.
You do believe me, don't you?
Of course. Remember last year when I found that lost dog wandering around near the main road on 5th Street? I was nothing short of stupefied at how quickly they were able to identify and track down the owner. Despite not even having a collar on. I'll take your mommy spy network over a private investigator any day of the week.
Me and the moms from kindergarten have a really strong sense of solidarity. Anyone would think we're family rather than a bunch of moms who happen to send their kids to the same kindergarten. Most of them are sending their kids to the same elementary school as Esme, so we'll probably continue information sharing and looking out for each other for the foreseeable.
Okay, I get it now. So that's where you got all these juicy tidbits on the school from.
Some of the moms even have kids in the higher elementary school grades. Before long, we'll probably have access to sensitive junior school info too.
Nice, I like it. Knowing what's going on behind the scenes at Esme's school like this is great for peace of mind. It's reassuring to know your friends are so many shrewd and resourceful moms.
I know, isn't it just? With Esme being an only child, we'd know practically nothing if not for them. She'd be going in blind. Things like online reviews and government reports can be faked or based on faulty info, so you can't beat first-hand accounts from kids who've actually been.
Yeah, that's a great point. Looks like we have nothing to worry about, huh? 6 years? It feels like a long time when you say it out loud. But something tells me it's going to be over in the blink of an eye.
Right? Oh, and let me make this clear in advance. There's a 100% chance I'll cry at the elementary school graduation ceremony too.
Hold your horses! You have to go through the entrance ceremony in one piece first. Please do your best not to turn into a sobbing mess. It is you we're talking about, so I'm going to bring tissues just in case. Parents generally don't tend to cry at entrance ceremonies, so this could get embarrassing.
Good point. Come to think of it, it would be kinda backwards, wouldn't it? I really hope I'll be able to hold it together. Maybe I should have my tear ducts sealed up. To tell you the truth, even just seeing her in her uniform with her backpack on is enough to make me shed a tear.
You know, my mum said the same thing. Just seeing that little angel in a uniform with a backpack on is enough to make me want to cry.
A woman after my own heart! That was when you sent her the photos, right? Oh, yeah, I have to remember to send her the kindergarten graduation ceremony ones too.
I bet she's gonna love them.
To tell you the truth, I would have loved for both of our parents to be able to come to the welcome event, but they have that annoying 3 family member rule.
Right, which basically means me and you plus one grandparent, the chosen one. You know what? Instead of having a war break out over who gets to come, I think it might actually be better just not to tell any of them. What do you think?
I agree. They'll all just have to be satisfied with the photos. Oh, Phil, I am so excited for this entrance ceremony. You know, just know I'm gonna enter professional photographer mode as soon as I see our Esme up there on stage, so it's not like they'll have any shortage of stuff to look at.
Ollie, listen, I'm sorry. Something came up and I can't make it to Esme's school welcome event anymore.
What? Why not? This is our daughter moving up to elementary school we're talking about here. It's a special day. She only gets to do this once in her entire life.
The boss dumped a bunch of work onto me all of a sudden. I did my best to find someone who could do it in my place, but we have a few staff on vacation right now and everyone was already occupied with their own projects. It looks like I'm the only one who can do it.
I see.
I'm so sorry, babe. This is the last thing I wanted. I wanted to make Esme's school entrance ceremony more than anything in the world. Given how short-staffed we are right now, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to book the day off either.
I see. I can't deny I'm disappointed, but work is work, and I guess it can't be helped. It's not your fault, honey. Just bad luck is all. It really is a shame, though.
Make sure you take tons of photos for me. I want hundreds. I don't mind if you send me in while I'm at work either. The boss might stop me going, but he sure ain't going to stop me looking at the photos. I don't care if I have reports to file. No, let me rephrase. I absolutely want you to send me the photos while I'm at work.
Oh, you must be more disappointed than anyone, huh, honey? I'm so sorry this happened. Leave the photos to me. You know what I'm like. When I get started, I can't stop. I think Esme might be a little upset when she finds out I'll be the only one there.
About that, doesn't this leave us with 2 empty spots for family members? How about you invite both our moms?
Oh, good idea. Why didn't I think of that?
I'm a genius, right?
They'll be over the moon.
Our dads are just going to have to suck it up. But at least they'll be able to hear what it was like from our moms afterwards. Then there's the mountain of photos you're bound to take.
Right. This way, Esme won't feel lonely either. You know what? Maybe it's actually better this way. Now she gets to show off her new school uniform up on stage to all 3 of us.
Yeah, I bet she'll be even happier than she would have been if I were there.
Oh, that's not what I meant. Of course she wants her dad to be there more than anything. Don't get me wrong, she'll be glad to see her grandparents cheering her on from the crowd, but they are ultimately just substitutes from the reserve team. You're the key player, sweetie.
Yeah, I guess. Thanks. Anyway, I'll be there for a graduation ceremony in 6 years no matter what. Just let me, boss, try and stop me. Try it, Chris. Just try, you jerk. I promise, babe, no matter what.
I'm counting on you. Anyway, that's not all. There'll be loads of other events besides. Sports days, art festivals, field trips, you name it. It's gonna be a busy 6 years for all of us.
All right, I'll be there for all those too. I won't miss a single event after this. Hey, Ollie, is it over? You get home safe?
Yep, it's over. I just got back.
I'm so sorry I couldn't make the entrance ceremony, babe. You have no idea how hard I was seething at the office. I felt like a kettle ready to boil over. I should have been there for her. I had no idea my boss was going to dump all this work on me.
Work? But weren't you at a theme park with someone else's kid? I mean, please. Work? Give me a break. Stop screwing me around, Phil.
A theme park? Someone else's kid? What the hell? Wait a sec. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, don't play dumb with me. I know damn well you were at Peeps Funland Adventure Park.
What? How?
Oh, that's right. You have no idea where or by whom you were seen, do you?
Huh?
I just got a message from one of the moms whose daughters graduated kindergarten alongside Esme. Hey, Holly. Long time no see. I didn't realize you were at the adventure park, too. Shall we meet up and take a few pics together for old time's sake? Now, being sat in the crowd at Esme's school entrance ceremony, you can probably imagine how much this confused me.
One of your mum's friends?
Yes, one of my mom friends. She saw you at the theme park. She met you a few times back in kindergarten, so she must have recognized you straight away. Seeing you there, she probably messaged me because she assumed I was with you. The problem is, you shouldn't have been at the theme park in the first place, should you? I'm having trouble making any sense of this, Phil. Explain yourself, now.
I see. I guess I must have been surprised.
That's not all of it. My friend sent me some photos, too. There's no doubt about it, it was you. The problem is, I also recognize the woman you were with. It was that single mother girl from down the street, wasn't it?
Her name's Kelsey. Her son came too.
The question is, Phil, what were you doing on a day out at the theme park with another woman and her son? After backing out of your daughter's elementary school entrance ceremony, after apparently having a load of work dumped on you? Don't you think it's a little strange? You've got some serious explaining to do.
No, it's not what it looks like. I get that it might seem strange, but there's a perfectly rational explanation, I swear.
Go on, I'm listening. You mean it was more important to you than being there for your daughter on one of the biggest days of her life so far? I'm sure you're going to convince me with this perfectly rational explanation of yours any moment now. Go on, I'm waiting.
Look, Kelsey's a single mother, but she's really been struggling lately. The dad walked out on her as soon as her son was born, and he gets so lonely. She told me he'd been begging her to find him a dad to go to the theme park with. Apparently, he wanted to know what it was like to have a real family more than anything, even if just once. That's why I agreed to go with him. Even if it wasn't real, even if it was just a feeling, I wanted him to know what it was like to go on a family day out. The kid's been through a lot, Ollie.
Huh? Even if I were to believe that, why did it have to be on the day of Esme's entrance ceremony of all days? Not only that, but why didn't you tell me anything? Why did you lie about being forced to go into work? Phil, are you cheating on me? No, I swear. Surely you can see how bad this looks.
I get how it might look, but I'm not cheating on you, I promise. Do you really think I'm the kind of person to do something like that?
I don't know, you tell me. You were holding hands, weren't you? Seems like plain old cheating to me.
What?
You and your single mother friend were holding hands. I saw it clearly on the photos.
No! My hand's probably just happened to touch by accident the moment the photo was taken. Yes, I'm sure of it, that's what happened.
I showed our moms the pictures while they were sat with me in the school event hall. We all agreed it looked like you were holding hands.
What? You showed our moms?
Of course I did. We were all sat together, and I was so shocked I wanted real confirmation on whether what I was seeing was actually real. So yes, the bottom line is that both of our moms know full well you were at the theme park with another woman when you should have been at your daughter's school entrance ceremony. Obviously, they told our dads straight away too.
Ollie, I'm begging you, please. You have to tell them that it's not what it looks like. They're gonna get the wrong end of the stick if you don't set them straight.
Needless to say, our parents are all furious with you, especially your mom. She was so incensed, I had to calm her down. I thought she was gonna burst into tears right there and then when Esme was up on stage. She was beside herself. She wouldn't stop apologizing for me for her cheating lowlife of a son.
Ugh, how many times do I have to tell you it wasn't like that? I've never cheated on you. The only reason I went to the theme park with them was out of consideration for her son. Come on, Ollie, I feel sorry for the kid. Oh yeah, just remembered. We did hold hands for a few minutes because we thought it would be more convincing for little Tommy that way. You know, so we'd know what it really felt like to have a mom and dad.
Even if you're not cheating on me, the fact that remains that you should have been there for your daughter's school entrance ceremony. I'll never forgive you for prioritizing someone else's kid over your own daughter.
I'm genuinely sorry for that. The truth is, today was the only day I could get off work.
Also, you being an absolute scumbag aside, what the hell is wrong with Kelsey? Doesn't she have any ethical problems with using someone else's husband as a tool to fill her poor little son's heart with false hope? She does know you're married, right? I met her once. We spoke for a little while at the neighborhood watch party, which was, when, 6 months ago?
Leave Kelsey out of this! Like I told you, the only reason I went to the theme park was to make her little boy happy.
What was his name again? Tommy? Am I right in thinking he's in the second year of elementary school?
Right? Just that age is becoming conscious of the fact that all his friends have dads and he doesn't.
I've heard enough. Are you satisfied now you've ruined your daughter's school entrance ceremony? We were all super excited for this, and you've tarnished the whole thing and left a sour taste in our mouths with your lies and your deceit.
Ollie? Are our moms still at the house?
So what if they are?
Sorry for making all those bullcrap excuses just now. I know none of it made sense. There was no way someone as intelligent as you was ever going to believe such a pile of baloney.
Are you finally ready to come clean? About your affair?
Yes.
How long has it been going on?
We met at the neighborhood watch party. We exchanged numbers and that's how it all began.
So you've been seeing each other for a year and a half. You low-life scumbag.
But wait! What I said about going to the theme park for a son was all true?
Who cares? The bottom line here is that your promise to your lover was more important than being there for one of our biggest days of your daughter's life. Who the hell prioritizes another woman's child over their own?
Look, that's just what happened.
We need to discuss this properly.
I'll find some time for us to meet up and talk about it in a few days.
In a few days? You don't care about this at all, do you? Explain yourself today, now.
But it'll drag on into the night.
Me and your mom are stood waiting outside Kelsey's house as we speak. Hurry up and get home this instant.
You're in front of her house! Whoa, what are you doing? Why would you be stood there? Gah!
Your mom's still furious. It seems like she's dead set on making Kelsey explain what's been going on. Plus, she said she wants to see what's so special about her that was worth throwing away your marriage.
What? Throw away me marriage? No, wait, please just go home. There's no need to do anything dramatic. You two are going to cause a scene at this rate. All the neighbours will be out on their doorsteps with their popcorn and we'll be the laughing stock of the town. Is that what you want? Think about this.
All we're doing is waiting for you both to come home. Now who's being dramatic? The laughing stock of the town? Get a grip. I'm sick of repeating myself now. Hurry up and get your ass home.
Tommy's with us, you know. You wouldn't do anything crazy in front of him, would ya? doesn't need to see us airing our dirty laundry out in public. And neither does anyone else.
That's fine. We'll happily wait for Kelsey to send him up to his room before we start asking questions. And correction, you mean your dirty laundry.
Oh my God, you're actually gonna go through with this, aren't you?
Do you think you've got what it takes to look your mother in the eye and admit what you did? Are you man enough to tell her you'll put your slimy behavior to end? I don't want to scare you, but she's so livid, anyone would think she's been possessed by a demon.
What about you? What are you gonna do?
Me? Well, first, obviously, I want an apology. Secondly, I want compensation. Tell your floozy she owes me too. I don't care if she's a single mother or not. She deserves no mercy for what she's done. If either of you refuse, I'll take you to court. I will stop at nothing until you've paid.
You're demanding compensation from a single mother. She's living on the breadline as it is. She'll go bankrupt, she'll lose her house. What about little Tommy? Things are hard enough for the both of them as it is.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. If she didn't want to pay compensation, she should have thought more carefully about having an affair with a married man. She's an adult, isn't she? It's about time she took responsibility for her actions.
Oh, I guess.
As for you, any feelings I had for you vanished the instant I found out what you'd been up to behind my back. Since that girl is so important to you that you lied to get out of your own daughter's school entrance ceremony, you can spend as much time as you like with her now. You won't have to worry about me or your pesky daughter getting in your way ever again.
Does that mean you're gonna divorce me?
Kelsey is important to you, isn't she?
Well, she is, but...
I'm happy for you to choose her. I mean, you already made your decision when you abandoned your daughter, so the divorce is really just a formality at this point. I hope she'll only end up tossing you aside once you've served your purpose. Not that that's my problem.
Serve me purpose? What's that supposed to mean?
I heard through my mom network a certain dark rumor about Kelsey.
A dark rumor? What the?
I know she's really sociable and good with people, and may come across as super warm and friendly to those who don't know her. But apparently she also has a dark side. How to put this? An unquenchable desire to steal other women's husbands and boyfriends. You'd be amazed how many stories my girlfriends told me about her stealing guys from their girlfriends and wives. We're talking dozens of times just in the last few years.
What? No way, she'd never do anything like that.
Apparently, that's the reason her husband walked out on her. One of the moms from kindergarten who was friends with her told me. She heard it straight from Kelsey herself. I don't know why she thought it would be a good idea to brag about having such a twisted hobby, but needless to say, my friend kept her distance after that. The point is, this info's as reliable as it gets.
Wait, are you saying the only reason she's with me is because I'm married?
That's not even the worst of it. What's more disgusting is that all she's actually interested in is the act of stealing itself. Once she has a guy wrapped around her little finger, she gets bored of him. So she tosses him aside and moves on to her next target. The grass always looks greener on the other side, right? That's why I don't think you have long left.
And you got all this info from your network of mom's friends?
That's right.
Ugh, what do I do? I know how amazing those guys can be at digging up secrets. And they haven't been wrong about a single thing until now. But this, really? It's so hard to believe Kelsey's the kind of person to do something like that.
Come on, can't you see? It's all an act she uses to lure in naive morons. Naive morons like you. Just look at yourself, Phil. Read your own messages. You fell for her tricks, hook, line, and sinker.
What about all the stuff she said about little Tomoy being alone and missing his dad? Was that a lie too? That wasn't even her fault to begin with. I felt so bad for him.
It's funny, even after everything that's happened, you're still obsessed with that kid. How about you try feeling bad for your own daughter? You betrayed her.
I know that! I know what I did was wrong.
Anyway, whatever happens to you from now on isn't my problem, and I honestly couldn't care less. You made your bed, now lie in it. The only thing that matters to me is that you pay me compensation and child support. You'll be receiving some letters real soon. Make sure you respond to them. I'll be a single mother from here on out, So you better make damn sure you do everything you can for your poor daughter. You do sympathize with kids in that situation after all. The moment my husband finally got back from the theme park, his mom went beast mode and met him with a flurry of slaps in the face so hard they could probably be heard 5 blocks away. When she was done with him, she went crazy at Kelsey and interrogated her mercilessly in front of all the neighbors, who had to come out to see what all the commotion was about. I did step in eventually to calm down my mother-in-law so no one called the police, but I was secretly loving every second of it and felt an amazing sense of satisfaction in seeing them get what they deserved. When I told Kelsey I'd be charging her $25,000 in compensation, she collapsed on her knees and began to cry, a desperate, confused mess. A few days later, she showed up on my doorstep saying, "I'm begging you, can we call it quits now?" as she handed me a thick brown envelope. Apparently, it contained every last dollar she had to her name. I decided to accept the money. But not before getting in some final words. With a glare that could have cut diamonds, I told the despicable, home-wrecking bimbo to disappear off somewhere I'd never see her again. Funnily enough, she disappeared in the middle of the night a week later. I did continue talks with my husband for a little while, but eventually I accepted I didn't have it in me to forgive him. We divorced, and he's been paying me $2,000 in child support every month ever since. From now on, I'll be going to Esme's school events with grandparents from both sides of the family. Naturally, my ex-husband isn't invited.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Frank, are you going to be able to come home a little early?
I don't think it'll happen. I told you already that recently I've been busy. Did you forget that?
Well, today I heard the results from the exams I took at the hospital. And I want to talk with you, face to face, about what they found out.
Now that you mention it, you were going on about how you haven't been feeling okay before. How'd it go? I don't want to wait all day to hear from you, so just go ahead and say it.
They said that I have cancer.
Huh? Cancer? You have to be joking, right?
I'm being serious right now. That's why I don't want you to joke about this anymore.
Like the serious kind of cancer? You're not just messing with me right now, are you? Because before you were doing all your work just fine with no problems. And you always seemed to care about your health a lot more than me and even exercised. So that must mean it's something they can fix in no time, right?
I don't have any idea yet. But either way, I'll have to start going in for treatments. So I think next week I'll start staying at the hospital. They want to run a lot more detailed tests on me.
Is that so? I'm sorry for screwing around before. I just didn't think this would turn out to be anything life-threatening, you know?
You're fine. I'm also having a bit of a hard time accepting all of this. But, man, am I really shocked by everything they said to me.
Rightfully so. Well, I think for the rest of the day, you should do all the things you want to help you relax and eat whatever you'd like. After all, you won't know about all the details until you go back in for more tests, right? So this could all be some mistake on their part that you're getting all worked up over.
But they're saying it's not looking good for me. I got a lot of bills and costs from the hospital for the treatments, so I'd like the two of us to read through it all together.
I'm sorry. Once work's done here today, I'd love to just come back home. But I really am going to be busy for a while.
You've been really busy with work for over half a year now, right?
Once I'm able to finally put the project I'm on to rest, I'll make all the time in the world for you.
So, does this mean while I'm in the hospital you won't have any time to come in and see me?
I plan to go to see you there. But how long would you be in the hospital for?
I think for just a week to start.
1 week, huh? Well, that should be okay. I think I'll be able to make it in once, maybe.
I'm really going to be getting very worried about all of this. I know that I said I haven't come to accepting everything yet, but really, I just don't want to think about this anymore. So, even before I have to go to the hospital to stay, I don't want to be all by myself.
Sorry, I have to work. The reason that I'm working so hard is so that I can continue to take care of you. It's all for the sake of living happy together with no worries. I do really feel sorry for having to leave you all by yourself during such a long period, but you can hold out a little longer. Once my project is all finished and my work has calmed down a bit, I'll be able to stay around you longer.
I see. All right then. I'm sorry for bothering you about that.
No, you're the one that's gotten sick, so I'm sure you feel helpless right now. And it is cancer after all, right? I get how you're feeling right now.
Then can you at least come home early today to be with me?
All right, I have something in mind. Today isn't going to work for me, but tomorrow I promise to be home for you. I'll ask and see if they'll let me go early.
Really?
I'm being serious. If I were able to control my schedule and everything, I'd be home in a heartbeat.
All right. Then I look forward to seeing you more tomorrow.
All right.
And I want you to listen to all my concerns and everything as well.
Okay. Make sure not to dwell too long on all of this and get to bed as soon as you can. And I'm going to get back to work. You'll be fine, Zoe. Once you've gone to the hospital and gotten all your treatments, everything will go back to being normal. I'll even make sure to take a few days off to go somewhere nice as a celebration to you.
Frank, even though I've been in the hospital for a bit now, you still haven't come to see me once.
I'm sorry. There were some issues at work.
But you promised me that you'd come at least one time to see me. And since I've found out that I have cancer, you still haven't come home in time to ever talk to me about it. I think I understand how you feel about all of this now. Even though I've become really sick, you still don't seem to care. You're just the same as you've always been. All talk, but nothing to show for it.
Don't say such rude things about me. Hey, there was that one morning that I listened to what you had to say before I went to work, right? I made sure to make time for you to talk to me about everything.
That was like for a few minutes, Frank. And it seems like everything I said to you about my condition just went right over your head.
That's not at all what happened. It's just that even though you say these things to me, I don't have the mental capacity to think about them. Honestly, I don't even have any good advice for you.
I'm not trying to get any advice from you, though. I just want you there to listen to me talk, so I don't feel alone during all of this.
I'm sorry.
Today they found out further things about the cancer and have decided on a good treatment for me.
What's that?
They were saying I only have half a year to live at most.
Huh? You're lying.
Frank, if I were just lying, that would have been amazing.
So at this point, no matter what they do, there's nothing that'll stop the cancer?
That's what they think right now.
What do you mean by them thinking that right now? This is something really important.
If they can't figure out a way to fight back the cancer, then there's nothing else that can be done.
What? Zoe, are you just gonna give up and leave me here? I don't want anything like that. I don't want to believe anything you've just said.
And I'm in the same boat, Frank. Also, I'll be staying at the hospital a lot longer now.
I'm so sorry. I'm still not ready for something like this to be happening. I don't even know how I'm supposed to go see you now because I don't know what emotions will come out.
You don't have to think too much about that. I just ask that you stay by my side until the end.
Okay. I'll try and make sure that starting today, I get out of work sooner. I'll then be able to spend a lot of my time next to you in the hospital.
Aren't you busy with work, though?
But when you say you only have so much longer to live, I don't care about work anymore.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Frank.
Isn't this the right choice for me? To do anything you ask of me while you're that sick? If there are places you want to go and visit, I'll make sure to take you to them.
Alright. Then I'd like you to help me inform everyone I know about what is happening with me and help me prepare for the end.
You want me to help you with that?
And not just that, but also the fact that after I'm gone, all my things will be stuck in your house, right? I don't think you should be left to deal with all of my things by yourself. So I'm thinking, little by little, we should start cleaning my things up.
Already? You still have some time for this to all be fixed, right?
I will still be getting treated, but the probability of things going well aren't high for me.
But instead of doing what seems like chores, shouldn't we be spending your time doing a lot more fun things like traveling and such?
Right now, I don't have the energy to go anywhere. Really, I just want to continue living life like nothing's ever even happened.
Alright. I'll stop trying to tell you what to do. Let's just focus on whatever you want. So when will be the next time you're in the hospital for a little while?
In about another week or so, I'll still have to go back in for more treatments. So, until then, do the best you can with taking time off work and coming to help me.
Addison, I'm so sorry for not making it home in time to meet you this week, but my wife has finally gone back to the hospital.
Addison?
I'm sorry. I made the promise to start calling you Addie, right? Also, I have some great news.
What's this good news?
My wife said she's only got a half a year left in her. Once I finished up with the funeral and everything, let's you and I get married. And then my wife's money should be coming to me from her life insurance, and we can start living a lovely life together. I can't believe my wishes have been answered. I've been telling myself for a while, but it's my destiny to end up with you, Addie.
Huh? This is your mom, and I want to know what's going on here.
Addie?
This is not Addie. My name is Gretchen. Don't tell me you've forgotten the name of the woman that's given birth to you.
Huh? But this contact is saved under Addie. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Mom. I think that I've made a small mistake. Can you forget about everything I've said?
Oh, there's no way I'll be forgetting about everything you just told me. Do you have any idea of what all you've just said?
Wait, and that's why I'm saying I made a mistake. You don't have to worry about any of this.
I have no choice but to worry about all of this now. Have you really been having an affair this whole time?
You're wrong, Mom. The name Addie is just that. It's an AI account that I started talking to on my phone.
Huh?
It's one of those accounts where if you start talking to it, it'll start responding back to you and make a conversation. I'm sure someone like you wouldn't have a clue what I'm talking about.
Oh, don't start treating me like I'm stupid, Frank. Your mom knows all about those sorts of AI accounts. But I can tell that you're not just talking with an AI. You can't just marry an AI, and you have to talk with them about getting your wife's life insurance money. And hearing you say that Zoe having cancer and possibly dying soon is good news. Frank, you'd better start behaving yourself right now.
Mom, can you calm down for a bit?
Do you think I can calm down after hearing all that crap from you? I've heard from Zoe that you've not even gone to see her once while she's been in the hospital. But I never thought the reason for that would be because you're having an affair. As your own mother, I am embarrassed by what all you've told me.
And I'm saying you have it all wrong. I just haven't been having good luck together with Zoe. I don't think you know anything about this, but Zoe is a job kind of woman, so she's never home to do any of the chores for me. We both work full-time jobs and such, so we agreed that we split all the chores and do them together, but I'm always the one having to pick up her slack. I've just gotten tired of it. Having to work all day and then come home to do everything myself.
Is that the case?
That's exactly what's been happening. As my mom, you wouldn't want your own son to have to keep dealing with a painful marriage like that, would you? I've been in pain all this time.
Is that so?
You have to be able to understand how I feel about all of this now, right? The girl that I'm going out with now, Addison, is a really well-kept woman that tends to the house all the time. She's both young and has a beautiful face. And whenever I get home from work, she's always making me something delicious to eat. I'm sure if you met her, you begin to like her yourself.
Does she plan to marry you later on as well? Especially when you're still married to Zoe? Do you think I'd like that about her?
You don't have to say it like that, though. Starting to date her while being married to Zoe is wrong of me. But there's only a little while longer before everything's okay.
Ugh, even if you see it like that, an affair is an affair.
But it's an affair involving true love.
Oh, I don't want you to ever say that having an affair over true love is okay. Do you not understand how little you've cared for Zoe while you've been married to her? It's been her this whole time that's done nothing but care for you. She was the one that got you to start talking with your parents again after such a long time of never seeing us. And she was the one that got you to quit your gambling addiction when you started to lose too much money. And who was the one that continued to care for you and support you as you continued to change through careers? The only reason you've been doing so well right now is all thanks to everything that Zoe has done for you.
I'm sure you can say that most of my success is due to her, but no matter how you look at this now, she's only got a half a year left. You still want to see me have a grandson for you, right? So you should be able to keep all of this a secret now. I don't want you saying anything needless to Zoe about this, okay?
So you plan for us to just keep this hidden? Even though you went and said all those horrible things to me?
I must have just messed up. When I was changing Addison's name to her nickname, I must have accidentally changed yours to Addie. Also, you'd never want to tell someone on their deathbed that their husband has been cheating on them, right? And at this point, I'm the only one around to help care for Zoe now. Do you really think that you could do such a thing to her?
I'm sorry, but Zoe has been reading everything we've been saying this whole time.
Huh?
Right now, I'm here with Zoe in her hospital room. You're finished, Frank.
Zoe, a settlement notice just came in the mail to our house and to my girlfriend's house.
It's made it then. And the fact that you could hear from Addie about this is a bonus.
Please don't say her name like that.
If you don't have any problems with the amount I'm asking for, then I'd like you to pay up, okay?
You know dang well that there's a problem. I can't pay you $30,000.
Well, if that's the case, then get on the phone with my lawyer and the two of you can talk that out.
Hey, Zoe, I've broken up with her.
Broken up with Addie? Sorry. I meant with your girlfriend?
Yes. After hearing about everything from my mom, I've thought for a bit. I was able to see that I've been doing a lot of things wrong and that I was lucky to have you as my wife. So I'd like to take a chance to get back together with you. Even if you don't have much longer to live, I want to spend the rest of that time with you.
Well, Frank, even if we do get back together, I still want you to pay that settlement to me.
Huh?
Come on now, Frank. Getting a divorce and that settlement are two different things. That settlement is because of you cheating on me with another woman.
But if I'm going to be together with you again, I want to do anything you want. And so I'd like to keep the money instead of giving it to you so that I can pay for everything. If not, then I won't be able to make your last moments as amazing as possible for you. And also, I'd have to borrow some money to pay you.
Then go ahead and start borrowing that money.
Do you really want to see me go down that badly? I've thought about all of the wrongs that I've made and everything. I want to make sure now that I can treat you well, and I've even prepared for this. I'll make sure to make up for all the pain I've left you in by doing my best to leave you happy and smiling.
You keep saying things like I'm going to be gone soon, but I am still doing just fine for myself. And having you around me now would just be annoying.
What? Aren't you only expected to live a little bit longer?
Right. That was a lie. If I didn't do anything about my cancer, then I would have had half a year left or so. But I was able to get the surgery I needed, and now I'm fine. Of course, I will have to do some more tests even after the surgery, so I'll be in the hospital a bit longer.
You kept that all hidden from me?
Frank, I was telling you the truth about me having a cancer.
But you just told me that the half-a-year life expectancy thing was a lie. I was seriously worried about you this whole time. Why would you tell me a lie like that?
Because I knew about you having an affair. And when I was thinking about how to divorce you, the doctors found out that I had cancer. And so I waited a little while longer to see how you'd act. And when you found out about my situation, I had this deep feeling in my heart to trust that you'd be there for me as my husband. But even though I had a bad cancer, you continued to focus more of your time on going to see your partner. And so that's when I decided there was nothing left for me to do besides leave you.
So you're saying that if I would have had started to take care of you more after finding out you had cancer, this would all be different?
I'm not really sure. But I'm sure I wouldn't be as upset as I am right now though. But I'm glad that I learned just what kind of a person you really are. I just really never expected you to be so heartless through all of my pain.
Zoe, I'm sorry. I'm being serious when I say that I broke up with her. So please just rethink everything you're doing to me.
You don't get to ask something like that from me. You were very happy to hear that I only had half a year to live and that you'd be getting my life insurance money.
Back then, I was only thinking about my girlfriend and I. So I felt excited about our futures together. But now my eyes have finally been opened.
Well, you're far too late now. Also, I'm sure you're still keeping in touch with your girlfriend as we speak.
We are not. I told you already that we broke up.
Before I came into the hospital for this round of treatments, I had come home once, right?
What?
During that time, I took a look at the laptop you've been using for work. I was able to see all of the messages and everything you've been sending to that Addison.
Huh?
You told her that you were destined to be with her and that's why I got cancer and that I was going to pass. And you said that once I was gone, you wouldn't have to pay any settlement to me because I'd be already dead. Seems like you really haven't learned anything after what your mom told you. I can't believe my plan ended up fooling you though.
Wait, so you were the one that changed my mom's name to Addie to confuse me?
That was me.
So it was all your fault that you got my family involved in all of this. Both my parents have already told me that they don't want me coming back to them ever again. They've completely cut ties with me, Zoe.
And isn't this what you deserve for all of this? If you weren't cheating on me this whole time, then none of this would ever have happened to you.
But everything on that laptop was my privacy. I'm gonna take you to court for this.
Go ahead. I'm already going to be getting a settlement from you and your girlfriend. So, if you think you can still fight me, then bring it on.
Come on, Zoe. I don't want to continue with this kind of crap. I'm telling you now that I'm really sorry for cheating on you and all that. But it's not my fault that someone came along that I became interested in, right?
Well then, if you found someone else to love, you should have told me that we were getting a divorce. There was no reason for you to hide all of that from me and start dating her.
Well, I cared about you so much, Zoe, that I didn't want to say anything that might hurt you.
And if you had a moment where you had to choose between telling me or not telling me because you thought you still cared about me, then you should have never been. Anyway, I already know the reason you never told me was to dodge any kind of settlements. You just wanted to make sure you didn't become the bad person in all of this, right? And now that you've gone and not only wasted my time, but also the time of that other girl, you are the worst kind of man, Frank.
Zoe, please forgive me. I'm telling you that I'll become a much better husband for you. And I'll make sure to actually break up with Addison.
I'm sure you're just saying that. I bet when things calms down between us, you'll divorce me and go marry her. I mean, there is nothing else you could be thinking right now, right?
Believe me, I have nothing else to hide from you now. And from now on, I'll make sure to show you any messages I get or send. I won't cheat on you anymore. I've really learned from everything that's happened between us this time.
Can you stop treating me like an idiot already? I was really hoping that once I made it over this fight with cancer, I'd be able to make things right with you and we could live a much happier life. But now knowing that you not only were just cheating on me, but were also happy to hear that I was dying has killed any feelings I had for you. Do you really think I'd still be willing to trust you? Your head is all screwed up, Frank.
I've thought over everything, though. And this was only my first time cheating, right? I promise to never do it with anyone ever again.
And I don't want you to ever cheat on me again. Hence, the divorce. Whether you want to marry someone else or anything else, you go ahead and do it on your own.
I can't. My girlfriend is asking me to pay for her settlement as well as my own. I don't have that kind of money, and I never thought she'd be the kind of woman to ask me to pay for her as well. And so to be honest, I don't think I love her anymore. If it were you, you'd help me out of the situation, right? I have finally been able to realize just how amazing of a wife you've been with how often you've helped me.
No matter how many times you ask, the answer will still be the same. And wasn't it your destiny to end up with someone like her? So you need to follow your destiny and get married to her after we're finished here.
Zoe, I want your forgiveness. I don't know what I'll be able to do without you in my life.
Frank, we are getting a divorce, so just give it a rest, okay? Nothing about this is as hard as you're making it seem. All you have to do is keep going out with that woman and that's it. So go ahead now and throw away your sick wife and move on living as the toxic man you are. After that, I was able to divorce Frank, and I was also able to get the money I had asked for him in a settlement. Of course, he continued to ask me to never leave him, but with the fact of him cheating on me, there was no way I'd agree with him. Also, I heard from both of his parents that they blame him for all of this as well, and are never going to help him with anything for as long as they are alive. Before Frank had ever been married to me, he had been a gambler, and a bad one at that, leading him into some pretty bad debt. The person that had ended up helping with all of that debt was me after I'd married him. Before, he would never once talk to his parents after they learned of his addiction, but when I had come in and helped him pay off his debts, he rekindled the relationship he had with his parents. But with what had happened this time between him and I, his parents have completely cut ties with him. Luckily, when I was starting to feel down on my luck after coming out of the hospital, Frank's parents were kind enough to allow me to stay with them for a bit in their condo. They told me that one day, when both of them had passed away, they planned to give their condo to their son and I, but after all that he'd done to me, they chose to allow me to use it while I got back on my feet. And back to Frank and his girlfriend, they both started to fight a lot over the settlement she needed to pay yet, and in the end, they both finally broke up. Addison soon came around to finding the money to pay off the settlement, but ever since then, I've really not much heard about what's happened to her. All I know is that my lawyer told me that when she came in to pay off the settlement, she told him to let me know that she was sorry. I suppose, since we've never talked to one another at all, that I'll accept her apology. But I won't be forgiving her for staying with a man that's happy about someone else dying. Now as for Frank, he is just living on his own in that house with the debt he has from paying me all the money he owed. Even though he's gotten what he's asked for, he's not once learned anything from his mistakes, and so that's why I'm never willing to forgive him. I hope that he'll never find a way to pay off his debt and sinks into hell all by himself with nobody there to support him. As for me now, since I no longer have to be in that hospital for treatment, I'm able to go in every so often for a checkup to make sure that I'm staying cancer-free. There was a lot of things that happened to me in a short time, and the stress was immeasurable. But I'm so happy that after everything, I came out okay. I still think about all the time I wasted together with Frank from time to time, but I've also started looking at it as a good experience to learn from. From now on, I won't be just working hard for myself though. I'll also be working hard for those that came to support me during my rough time, and for those that will come in the future. But before I start taking things too seriously again, I'm going to take a small break to relax and unwind. And then I'll get right back to working and make sure that every day I live with a smile on my face.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.